Hi, I know you're wondering, Gaming Wolf. I thought you said you were on break while I start my break from YouTube. After this gets uploaded, because I promised our Toko Fukawa / genocider show voice actor that I would edit this video and upload it. For those of you who don't know, I'm taking a break from YouTube for a bit, to fix my mental health, and to deal with personal issues going on in my life. But don't worry, my lovelies, I shall be back in a few weeks.
Without further ado, let's start with the first question for Toko. Then Genocider will answer the same question.
What are your hobbies and interests?
I do enjoy reading and writing, romance novels the most, and I don't like when people consider manga or comics to be literature, because they're not. I prefer reading and writing things that have lots of detail, so you can create your own image of how things play out in the story, rather than be told what to think through silly pictures.
I've done a good chunk of reading romance novels. I mean, that's all my gloomy side likes to indulge in. I'd say I'm definitely a boy-on-boy fangirl. And then of course there's the obvious interest, making trophies out of the adorable little men I come across.
Anybody you've got a crush on? If you don't want to name them directly, give some details on why you like them.
I don't see the point in asking a question like that. Besides, the person I love should be obvious. Master Byakuya.
Is that even a question? I only have eyes for Master. Although, I don't know if I would call it a crush necessarily. But I do enjoy Dekomaru's company as well. Thinking about it, she really is the only one who has treated me like a true friend. I'd say you could put her on my list of people I would murder for.
What's your worst fear?
I know a phobia of mine is definitely blood. Just thinking about it makes me feel lightheaded. Even with the amount of blood I've seen so far, I still can't take it.
Fear? Huh. Now that you mention it, I guess I'd have to say I wouldn't be comfortable being without my trusty scissors! I mean, what should I do if I come across an adorable little man and I don't have them? I can't make my precious arrangements without them! I can't make something like that with just my hands! Plus, being unarmed means I wouldn't be able to protect Dekomaru! Or worse, I wouldn't be able to protect Master! Oh, I don't even want to think about that!
Thoughts on fruit? Wrong answers only.
That's kind of a weird question to ask. It's so random. They taste alright, I suppose. I don't think I have a favorite, though.
Huh? Fruit? They taste good, I guess. They could also make for good practice when I'm testing out my scissors. Maybe I should try that.
Instead of ultimate talents, what if you had ultimate superpowers? What kind of superpower would you want to have and why?
I definitely would go with invisibility. If I'm destined to be so ugly, I'd rather no one see it at all. That way I can avoid being insulted.
Ooh, that's a tough one, actually. I could make use of many different abilities to play with and set up my precious arrangements. Off the top of my head, I'd say teleportation would be a lot of fun. You can really screw with people's heads that way. One minute you're here, the next minute you're there, the next minute you're in front of their face about to stab their eyes out.
How many teddy bears have you stabbed in the last 24 hours?
Why would I stab a teddy bear? I don't even have any. I know Omaru still likes them, but I feel like I've outgrown those things by now. Unless, of course, Master wanted me to have one. If he said so, I'd get as many as he wanted. However, if you're referring to Monokuma, I would most likely let her do the job instead.
I wouldn't waste my time and energy stabbing teddy bears. The stuffing would just make a mess. Unless you're talking about Monokumas, of course. I destroy those things whenever I have the chance. And honestly, it's no fun stabbing things when they can't scream in pain.
What? Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly? The similarities match? We already know the answer to that. What?